In 2021, Cartoon Network announced a lot of new changes for the channel. The only question is, where are they? Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regular Josh 1. Please take the time now to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. The past 3 years have certainly been interesting for Cartoon Network, in that, for a TV channel, they barely premiered anything new. On average, Cartoon Network may premiere about 3 to 5 new shows per year, at least starting with 2011, because they premiered a lot of new shows in 2010. This would last until 2020, where the only new show that premiered was freaking Thundercats Roar. We all know how much of a roaring success that show was. Sorry, that was way too easy not to put in. Now, that's not to say that they haven't had more shows premiere in that year as well. They had Distant Lands, Tick and Seek, and The Fungies as well making their debut in 2020. But those were HBO Max exclusives. They wouldn't air on Cartoon Network until 2021, including Jellystone, which also premiered on HBO Max in 2021. But even then, they didn't really last very long on the channel. 2021 was also the year where Cartoon Network would announce quite a few changes to the channel. Cartoonito, new shows, wanting to widen their core demographics, Acme Nights. These were some pretty big changes that were announced for Cartoon Network, and I was pretty interested to see what the future was going to look like for them. So, what have we seen so far? Well, in 2021, we still only saw one new show premiere, Elliot from Earth, and even then, that was a miniseries that we would never see again after all the episodes aired. Which is a shame because I think Elliot from Earth was great, and definitely deserved way better than what they got. It ended on quite the cliffhanger, so I really want to see what was going to happen next, but we have yet to hear anything about a continuation to the story, so I'm not really sure if we'll ever be getting one. We did see the launch of Cartoonito, and it seems to be doing very well. I don't fully know the ratings particularly. I mean, I do know that it hasn't been exactly consistent when it comes to some new episodes from some of these shows, but we're still getting some new shows for that preschool block. They are still going fairly strong. This year alone, Cartoonito will have premiered 2 new shows, Mecha Builders, and very soon, Bugs Bunny Builders. If they were smart, they would add a 3rd builder to the lineup, Bob the Builder. Later on in the year, they will get Bat Wheels, which I am so hyped for. I mean, come on, it's freaking Bat Wheels, okay? This is the best thing since Talking Planes, okay, guys? Get with it. But in all seriousness, it does look like it would be a pretty cool show, especially for a preschool show. Now, as for Cartoon Network side of things, in 2022, we've seen the premiere of We Baby Bears, which is already renewed for a 2nd season, which makes me very happy. I have yet to miss a single new episode of this season. And that's it. That's the only premiere that we've seen on the channel so far. Sure, on HBO Max we got Dodo and Lamput, which I have yet to check out, but we're still basically dead on the channel itself. This makes me wonder, where are all the new shows that were announced last year? Jade Armor, Luniversity, Unicorn Warriors Eternal, Gross Girls, just to name a few. I know animation takes a long time to complete, so they're most likely still working on these shows, that's to be expected. But it's still unclear as to when these shows are supposed to air. Do they come later on this year, or are we to expect them for 2023? Now, I can say, at least for Jade Armor and Unicorn Warriors Eternal, these shows have been talked about fairly recently, especially with Unicorns Eternal showing a preview at the recent Annecy Festival, so at least I know that these 2 shows can possibly make a premiere sometime this year. At the very least, we have been hearing about them. But with Gross Girls, or even Teen Titans Go! Night Begins to Shine spinoff, I have yet to hear a single thing about these shows since they were announced. It could be possible that with both of these shows, their concepts could have been changed a little bit and they're keeping things under wraps until everything has been finalized, but it's still interesting that we haven't really heard anything when it comes to these 2 shows. And I guess you can say the same thing for the 2 live-action shows that they also announced back then too, Family Mashups and Tweety's Mysteries. Funny, because earlier this year, Cartoon Network and HBO Max announced that they were producing 2 new live-action shows and an American Girl special. No, these two shows, Home Sweet Home and Beloved, which is a two-parter by the way, are not going to be airing on the channel. Those are going to be streaming exclusively on HBO Max. The only thing that will be airing on Cartoon Network, I believe, is the American Girl special. I feel like people kind of overlooked that because everyone was kind of freaking out about the fact that Cartoon Network announced 2 new live-action shows, and they were thinking that Cartoon Network was going to be bringing live-action back to the channel, even though they kind of already doing that with Acme Nights, but whatever. But yeah, these shows are not airing on Cartoon Network. They are going to be on HBO Max, just being produced by both HBO Max and Cartoon Network. Also, I'm not gonna go over the statement about girls graduating out of animation because I think the person who said that certainly misspoke. Plus, Cartoon Network has already been working on new girl-centric animated content, so that's honestly why I avoided mentioning it at all. Either way, even though these projects were announced after Family Mashup and Tweety's Mysteries, they are currently being worked on already. I believe one of them is already being filmed right now, or at the very least getting ready to be filmed, and it's slated to premiere in 2023. The American Girl special officially airs in December of this year. What exactly is going on? I mean, we don't even have dates for Family Mashups and Tweety's Mysteries. If anything, this year has certainly led me to have more questions than answers regarding the new changes and shows slated to come to Cartoon Network as a whole. Now, I might have a couple of possible reasons as to why we haven't seen much from the previously announced shows. I'll start with the more simple one. As you guys know, Cartoon Network's 30th anniversary is coming up very soon. They recently did mention on someone's Twitter that they will make an announcement about their 30th anniversary coming soon, and just about a week ago, they did a Toon Time capsule post showcasing their 30th anniversary logo for the very first time, and it was featuring the wedding scene in Steven Universe. Admittedly, I find it weird that that's something that they choose to feature first, since this is still a very recent show. Maybe they missed the deadline for Pride Month or something, I don't know. So it's clear that they are beginning to gear up for the celebration, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a big one. They did pretty well for their 20th anniversary. Now, I brought this up because I'm wondering if they're planning on premiering some new shows during the celebration. It would make sense, as you are celebrating them for being on air for 30 years, and in return, they give us some new shows as part of that celebration. It would be pretty cool if they did that. We'll just have to wait and see. As you know, Cartoon Network's parent company has been going through some changes as of recently. Warner Brothers now merged with Discovery, creating the new company Warner Brothers Discovery, a very clever name. Since then, just like any other merger that has happened, there has been many layoffs happening. One of them included Tom Ashkine. He was at the helm of Cartoon Network for about maybe only 2 years or so, I believe, and he was already let go. It was such a shame because I really liked what he was wanting to do for Cartoon Network. Yeah, it was a risk probably, but it was still something new. Hopefully the new president of the network can keep those plans alive. But this does bring up a point. Since mergers do tend to change things and certainly can be messy, could it be possible that some of these plans for Cartoon Network have been paused or shelved indefinitely? Could this be why we've barely heard anything about some of these newer shows? Maybe this is also partially why we have yet to hear anything about Mao Mao's second season as well. I mean, we all know that Mao Mao's second season has been worked on and probably done already. It's probably ready, set to go and everything. But Cartoon Network, for whatever reason, has not said a single word about Mao Mao. This kind of scares me because recently, Adult Swim and Cartoon Network have been removing some shows from their social medias and from HBO Max, mainly Adult Swim, however. Things like Thundercats Roar, Final Space, and Dream Corp LLC, even going as far as getting rid of them from some digital purchasing platforms. So that means that some of these shows, you will legally not be able to even view them or own them until they take them down. Why? Maybe tax write-off purposes, but to be honest, no one really knows. It's just all very strange to me. Now I have to wonder, under this new merger, are we still gonna see some more restructuring to Cartoon Network themselves? Plus, how could this possibly affect the 30th anniversary and what was already planned for the celebration. Honestly, so much is very uncertain right now. I mean, I guess if anything, I'm just very eager to see more new content on the channel again, because it's been the same shows for almost the past 3 years, and it's starting to get a little stale to me. We really need some more new shows coming to the channel, and I'm glad that we are getting them, but I would really like to know when they're coming, and hopefully it can be very soon. I know that San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, and they're gonna do some panels there, so who knows, maybe they will reveal something about what is coming up for the channel and what other projects they might announce. We'll just have to wait and see. What do you guys think of everything currently going down with Cartoon Network? Are you looking forward to seeing new content on the channel? And are you excited for their 30th anniversary coming up? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified of my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.